Again, we're here in Ambridge, Pennsylvania at Tom Yankello's world-class boxing gym. Now, Tom, this is a pretty big week for you. You have one amateur fighter who's fighting in the National Golden Gloves tournament down in Louisiana, and then your other middleweight, Morgan Big Chief, is fighting on ESPN. How does it feel to have this success at the same time, going for both of them?
It's difficult. Yeah, I won't lie. It's a pretty hectic schedule, but it shows. Like I was talking to my wife. This is what shows that we're being successful, to have two guys fighting in big fights at the same time. So, it's something that I look forward to.
Okay, now you're no stranger to TV fights. You've coached the likes of Calvin Brock, Monty Mezzaclay, Paul Spadafora. How do you feel for Morgan now, fighting on ESPN, that this is a big fight for him in Vegas and a chance to really show himself off?
Well, this is what 10 years of hard work is all about. We've put in, me and Morgan have put in over 10 years of hard work. So, this is what this was the goal all along. So, you're reaching your goals, and it shows you that hard work does pay off, and dedication pays off, and desire. He has tremendous desire and dedication, and so this is what it's all about. We're ready, and we're embracing it with open arms. So this is what we trained to do. So.
Now, most recently, Kiante Irving being ranked number 2 in the country as an amateur in the 168 division, the light heavyweight. How important was it for him to do multiple years of the Golden Gloves tournament and the Olympic trials as well to get him to this point to succeed in the Nationals?
Well, nothing ever that's any good anyways is going to happen overnight. It's a product of hard work and determination and work ethic, like I said, work ethic and skill work and conditioning and really understanding the game of boxing, which a lot of people don't. When they get into it, they don't realize how much sacrifice it takes to be a world champion. You always have to give up something to get something. There's no in boxing, there's no scattering yourself thin in other areas. You have to focus on the sport itself, because if you don't focus on boxing, I believe you have to focus on it, leave everything else alone. Those are the kind of things, and not just a world champion. If he wants to be a national champion as an amateur and a world champion as a professional, there's things that he has to give up. You're never going to. I always say you always have to give up something good to get something great.
And also talking about making sacrifices. It's going to be a crazy week for you, going back and forth. Can you talk a little bit about going back and forth to work with both of them to make sure you're giving the time to both your fighters?
Right. So, tonight I'm leaving in a couple hours here, and then I will be going to Lafayette, Louisiana for Kiante, who will fight tomorrow, and he'll fight Wednesday, and then I'm going to leave Thursday morning for Las Vegas to go to for Morgan's fight. Morgan's weigh-in is Thursday, so I will be there for the weigh-in on Thursday, and then the fight is Friday. And then Kiante will also fight Thursday and Friday, but there's a team coach for the state of Pennsylvania. He will take over the 2 days that I'm not there, Thursday and Friday, while I'm with Morgan. And then Saturday for the finals, I will fly back to Louisiana for the finals for Kiante's final fight.
Good. You have great high hopes for it. And one last thing, you created Stay Off the Streets many years ago. Can you, because we're all about positivity, and, for anyone that's struggling out there, trying to make it, it can be in boxing, it can be art, it can be anything. What's any motivation you have for anybody to just, to keep going, and something that may need some words of encouragement going through what you've gone through?
Well, I just, like I said, I think that people have to identify that, if they go for what they love, they'll usually be successful at it, but they have to have that understanding that they're going to have to make other sacrifices. They can't have everything that they love, but if they have a passion and something that they really want, and they really feel that that's what what they're most happy doing, they have to continue to do it and be, like I said, they have to try to shut out all the distractions and completely focus on that, because once you become successful at that, then there's other things you wanted to do. But in order to be really, 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 really great at something, or have a great craft, you have to be dedicated. You have to work hard. So, it's like a lot of kids that come through this gym. Sometimes I'm trying to explain that to them. Because success doesn't come overnight. And it's not going to just something you're going to come in and you say, well, I'm no good at this, I'm going to quit, you know what I mean? Or, this ain't for me because I didn't see the success right away, So, I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, it really is. I believe it's passion, and then I believe it's focus. And then, like I said, I believe it's doing what you like and what you think, that you want to do. And in order to be good at it, I mean, you have to put the work in. You have to put the work in. For me, I've always wanted to be something in boxing. At first, when I was young, I wanted to be a fighter, and then second was being a trainer. So, I enjoy what I'm doing, and I have a passion, and I put the time in, and that's when you get the results, and you put the work in, and you have a focus. Like I said, you have to focus on your skill, because it's about putting time in, but you have to know, you have to know what's going to enhance. What's going to make you enhance to that next level in your profession, whatever your profession is, what's going to make you, what kind of studying do you need to do? What kind of film watching do you need to do? Things like that. I mean, there's things that you have to continue to learn. You can't just think you have it all. And I try to learn every day. So that's the key.
Very well put by Tom Yankello. So look out for Morgan Big Chief Fitch fighting this Friday, May 5th on ESPN2. And also keep an eye out for Kiante, who's going to make some real good strides in the future. Thank you, Tom.